So everyone says you should shoot with S-Log3 if you're shooting on a Sony a7 IV or a7S3 or FX3 or FX6 9. But should you? Is it the best when it comes to dynamic range? Yes, it is. We're not gonna play that game. It definitely is. But what I want to show you is how other profiles look in this same mediocre lighting setup, and then you can just kind of see what the different profiles produce. No scientific test, nothing crazy, just a fun little look at the different profiles of the Sony a7 IV and many other Sony cameras. Let's get it. What's going on? I wanted to talk about the Sony cameras and the different picture profiles that they have. If you've shot with a Sony camera over the past few years, you probably know a little bit about the picture profiles. I'm not a master at them or really going to teach much about them other than tell you a couple things, like a lot of people predominantly shoot S-Log3 with the Sony a7S III, now the Sony a7 IV. Anyone who used to shoot with the Sony a7 III knows it was an 8-bit camera, so colors would break up. There just wasn't as much flexibility as you kind of see in S-Log3. So S-Log2's done a lot of good for me in terms of usage, but ever since I moved over to the a7S III, I've been using more I've only used S-Log3. There is a feature that I use in DaVinci Resolve that essentially tells the program to color manage your project. And so essentially I tell it, look, it's S-Log footage, do your thing, and it basically gets the image to a really good starting point, right? So it's minimal work shooting with that profile. But if you're also like me and maybe you're not really good at color grading, or maybe you want to not color grade as much, maybe you try a different profile. I think what's definite is that S-Log3 provides the most dynamic range for Sony cameras, or a certain group of Sony cameras. That's probably a horrible way of putting it, so let me put up on screen like the definition. So why would you shoot in anything else? Well, you shoot in S-Log3, you import it, everything looks, faded, just very little contrast to no contrast, a very flat, neutral image. Then you've got to kind of bring it back in post. So there's people who on the a7 III used to say, definitely roll with S-Log2, don't roll with S-Log3. There were people who would say roll with Cine 4 because that's this, and then if you wanted to do quick and dirty, you could do no picture profile, which should technically be straight out of camera. Image looks great. Problem with the no picture profile is all the contrast and saturation is baked in the image, and you can't do very much with it, if anything at all. I'm going to stick to S-Log3 no matter what, right? But what I want to do is shoot no picture profile image, S-Log2 image, and Cine. I'm probably also going to do S in its own because that's available on the a7S III and the a7 IV. Here's the thing, I don't want to pop open examples and be like, look how I color grade, because I'm genuinely still learning color grading. So I want to pull the footage in and then bring it into the computer, bring it into DaVinci, let DaVinci color manage it so it gets the image to a decent starting place, and then show you that result. What I'm going to do now is shoot a bunch of maybe 5-second videos where I'm essentially just looking goofy, and then I'll shoot it in each different picture profile, and then we'll roll from there and look at the results and see what we already kind of know, which is, you should be shooting in S-Log3 if you're going to color grade your footage, or have any intentions of color grading your footage once you're back in post-production. So let's try different profiles. Now, I'm not tweaking the lights at all, but this is picture profile 1 ideally you would shoot this way and kick it out to maybe a editing program to chop up the cuts, but essentially the image is good and solid and you're happy with it. That's a cat scratching at my damn door. All right, we are now on picture profile 2, and I'll put something on the screen that says what the settings are. And I'm not touching anything other than I'm popping into picture profile 2 and shooting. There's no tweaking the knee and none of that nonsense. And it looks like a little, I don't know, when I flipped it to this, I actually thought it looked good too. Picture profile 1 and 2, can't say I don't hate them, but to be honest. And look, if it means less color grading, because honestly I put footage through, sorry, I'm looking at a monitor, but I put footage through the computer and then I mess with it and I'm thoroughly not happy with it. So if this negates that, that would be awesome. So picture profile 2, we did picture profile 1, and I'm gonna do picture profile 3. Picture profile 3. This is picture profile 3. I don't know how it looks. I don't know. I know my hair looks rough, right? I mean, I probably should comb my hair for this instead of wearing a hat all the time. But I think I'm pretty much going bald. Like I'm over 40, right? It's you can be a little bald, right? I don't know. Is that a thing? Can we make it a thing? Picture profile 3. Let's do picture profile 4 next, because that's what they came up with. Alright, so this is picture profile 5. That was really weird, but I was trying to be weird. Picture profile 5, I really didn't want to go through all of them. I only kind of want to do 7, which is S-Log3, and then 11, which is Cinetone. So let's skip that because I don't want to go through 11 profiles. All right, the granddaddy of them all, picture profile 7, I think, but it's S-Log3. That's what it is. Now, as you can see, it's a much more flat image. Maybe what I'll do is put if I put an example of image 1, either no picture profile or picture profile 1, you'll see what a flat image looks like. Picture profile 7, S-Log3, very little contrast. It, needs some stuff so that we can, get some shadows back and not blow out highlights if there are any. Using picture profile 7 gives you the best dynamic range, so it's not recommended because all the cool camera people do it. It's because it serves a purpose, so you get a better dynamic range with picture profile 7. It's one that I like to use, and it's the one that I'm going to continue to use regardless of these findings. Am I in focus? I better be in focus. That's on me. Better not be messing around. All right, I'm going to switch it now to S-Cinetone, which should be picture profile 11. This is also like the picture profile 1 and 2 in that it's a straight out of camera, very little grading, supposedly. Look, it's supposed to be cinematic, and I like it. Alright, so I've never used this one. This is H-Log2, I think. Here's the crazy thing. They all kind of look the same. Maybe I've been tricked this whole time. I don't know. You know what? I'm looking at a crappy monitor, so there's a strong possibility that it looks a lot different when I import it into the computer. So this is picture profile. Sorry, I gotta get up in your grill to see this. Picture profile 10, which is HLG2. I don't use hybrid log game. I don't really use it, but maybe I should. I don't know. This is the first time I'm testing any other picture profile on the Sony a7 IV other than S-Cinetone or S-Log3. So, hey, if I meet a new lady tonight, I'll take out the new picture profile, not the lady. So let's do Cinetone before this gets real weird. So this is another profile that's supposed to be straight out of camera, very cinematic. I mean, like this hat is like a gray, but I mean it could be faded black. This shirt is definitely gray, so like it's like my favorite shirt. If I probably wear it all the time. But the point is, Cinetone is, I used it a little bit on the A7S III. I've never used it on the A7 IV. All of these are 10-bit, and I'm shooting in the, I believe, the highest codec, or I'll put it on screen so we can get confirmation. I gotta be honest, I kind of dig I kind of dig this Cinetone Picture Profile 11. So that, I think I'm gonna end it there and leave it on Picture Profile 11, because I mean, I guess it could look rough once I get it in the computer, but I kind of dig the way it looks. So that's it. I just wanted to see what the different picture profiles look like, and give you a chance to see them as well, and then you can see, you know, how they look compared to each other, and hopefully, you know, learn something. If you don't, it's all good. You know, I didn't promise that I'd be teaching anything today. So, anyways, I'm trying to trick that white box. It's like a game, and if Sony Sony wins every time. All right, take it easy.